Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to another video from JM Motors Unlimited. And I got a comment on one of my videos, and somebody wanted to know where I got my headlight and how I wired it up on my TTR230, my Yamaha TTR230. And so in this video, I'll be showing how I wired it up. I don't know where the headlight came from because it was on the bike when I got it. It just wasn't wired up. But I'm pretty sure it's just like a generic one, because yeah, I've seen the exact same headlight just in a different color on different bikes. I saw a red one on a Honda and an orange one on, I think, a KTM. So I've seen these headlights on different bikes. So I'm pretty sure it's just a generic one you can buy in the whatever color you want and wire it up. But I'm gonna take off the tank, the seat, and I think just this side, the battery cover, the tank, the seat, and the battery cover right here. And then I can show you all the wiring we did on the frame, and that's how we wired up the switch. I can show you all that. So let me get that taken off real quick. So I tried to draw kind of a diagram. I'm gonna show you that in a minute, but I'm gonna show you kind of what we did first. And we got this relay. So here's the relay, and we added this inline fuse and this wiring harness and this switch, and this switch also doubles as a kill switch. So that's not important, but let me show you my diagram I drew. So this isn't the best of work, but it'll work. But we got a hot going from the positive battery through the inline fuse I just showed you to the 30 post on the relay. And then there's a ground coming from the relay on the 85 post to the factory ground bolt on the engine block. And there's an 87. On the 87 post, there's a hot going to the light switch, and there's a hot on the 86 post going to the ignition, as that's the keyed hot, so the light will only come on. The point of that is the light will only come on whenever the key is on, and it'll keep it from draining your battery. And the hot on the 87 going to the light switch feeds the switch, and I got two wires feeding the two bulbs on the headlight. So if you just got a light that just has one light or doesn't have high and low beam, then you can just use an on and off toggle switch, and then you should just need the hot and the hot going in and the hot going out. Should be it. Just a 2-position switch, which will make it way simpler. And then I got my 2 wires coming out for the kill switch into the bike harness, and a ground coming from the light to the factory ground on the bike. So that's really it. That's all there is to it. So just hot from the battery, hot to the ignition, and hot to the switch and a ground, and then to the light and to the ground. So let me show you that on the bike. This is hot to the relay. Right here is this one. And then the ground from the relay to the ground up in there. And this is the 2 wires. One's going to the ignition switch. One's going to the light switch. And you follow them up here through this harness we added, and you got one coming out going to the ignition switch, and the other one comes out right here and goes to the light switch. And then y'all don't need to worry about these, but this is the 2 wires going into the bike harness right here for the kill switch. This is the 2 wires go into the light for, I got it wrote down over here. The black is ground, red is small light, and large is yellow. Yellow is large light. So yellow is the big light on the bottom, and the red is the little light on the top. So yellow, red, go in here. And like I said, if you just have a single light without high and low beam, you'll just have an on-off toggle switch, and you'll just have, on your switch, you'll just have the hot going in and the hot coming out. So that'll be pretty simple. And then you'll have the hot coming out of your light, and we put it back in, I mean, not the hot, the ground. This ground comes out of your light, and we put it back in the same harness, and it comes out right here, same wire, and goes down there and grounds to the block. So that's pretty simple. If you just, so the simplest way to do it would just be put the relay to a on-off toggle switch, hot going into the switch, hot coming out of the switch, the keyed hot coming out of the switch to the light, the ground coming out of the light to the frame, and that's it. So pretty straightforward. I'll show you the diagram again. So I'll show you this diagram. This is kind of random stuff, but this shows my light and my kill switch, which one was which for the kill switch, white and black. And this shows for my light switch which wire did which thing, so we could see all that. But red goes into the light switch, yellow is large light, black is ignition, light, ground. Yes, that's either the ignition or the ground. White is ignition, hot, and blue, I don't even think we used all those. Yeah, the blue we didn't use. I don't remember what the blue went to in the switch, but we didn't use it for anything. But this light came with the little bullet connectors, and we cut them off and put blade connectors because that's what was on the light. So that's what we used on the rest of the bike. So I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that it helped you figure out how to put a headlight on your 230. And this will be the same actually to put a headlight on any bike. So any bike that you have that comes without a headlight that you want to put a headlight on, if you get a headlight, then you can put it on there. But before you put a headlight on your bike, look at how much it draws, how much electricity it draws, because this headlight draws too much for the factory charging system on this bike, and it drains the battery. The stator cannot keep up with it. And you could get a smaller bulb and put in it, or just run the small light, and that would work. But my friend, another friend, actually just got a LED headlight for his CRF 150, and we just went on a big ride, and we rode probably 5 hours at night, and it didn't drain the battery at all on that LED. But this halogen, if I ride, I'll charge the battery up all the way, and I'll ride like an hour with the headlight on, and the battery will be stone dead the next morning. So that's just something to think about before you order it. So be sure and make sure that your light won't overload the charging system on the bike and drain your battery. So that's the problem I had with it. But if I'd have bought a light, I'd have probably got a LED if I'd have known that the halogen was gonna drain the battery. But a bike that already has a headlight has a big enough stator to put out, and you can buy, for some bikes you can buy aftermarket stators that put out enough juice to run the light, but you cannot get one that I found for a TTR230. But I was just careful about running it at night, and I would anytime I stopped and I wasn't running the bike, but I would stop and just let it idle and I wasn't going, I would turn the light off and I would run the little light as much as possible and try not to use the big light unless I was going really fast down a trail or something. But yeah, just be careful and check all that out. Get you a relay, get you a switch, and get you a light and some wire and some connectors, some ends and stuff, and that's all there is to it. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, give it a thumbs up and check out my YouTube channel for more videos about this dirt bike and three-wheelers. That's one I'm restoring. That's a 250SX. I'm restoring it. Actually, that's the swing arm for it right there. I'm working on painting today. But you can go check out my channel for more videos on this bike, of me riding it and stuff, and how I make how-to videos on working on stuff and riding videos, and I'm restoring a truck. So you can go check all that out and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And you can also check out JM Motors Unlimited on Facebook and Instagram. So thanks for watching.